Hello everyone, welcome to the 6th episode of Pixel Distorts. Today I'll be doing a GIMP tutorial. If you remember the second episode of Pixel Distorts on layers and layer masks, I did a small tutorial on changing the eye color of a cat. Today I'll be doing a similar concept, except that I'll be using a concept called quick mask instead of layer masks. So when you load up an image into the GIMP image editor, you have two buttons enabled by default. The one is quick mask on or off. This will be our main focus for today, and the other button is this, navigate the image display. You can use that button. If you just click on this button, it shows a small preview and you can navigate around the button and the image. So let's get started right away. So if you click on this button, the small rectangular square button, you have that button outlined with a red line, and if you notice the image, you have a red overlay over our image, but it is not a separate layer. If you look into the layers tab, you have only one layer, that is the image itself. So this is our quick mask. What you see here, it just creates the red overlay on our image, and it is just temporary. If you remove this, it just gets vanished away. But if you remove this red overlay and then click on this button, that portion which is removed from the overlay will be a new selection. So that is the main concept of quick mask. You can quickly do a selection out of a mask. So I'm going to enable the quick mask. You have with the red overlay visible. I'm going to zoom in a bit. I'm going to zoom in on the caterpillar. Okay, I'm going to desaturate the image except this caterpillar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the eraser tool, make sure the background color is white, then just paint on over this caterpillar like that. You can see the red overlay becoming invisible. And if you take the paintbrush and brush it with a black color, the red overlay comes back. So quick mask is exactly same as a layer mask, except that it is just presented in a different way. So I'll take my eraser tool again. I'm gonna erase out this portion, this caterpillar portion. So to do that, I need to do a few things. First, I'm going to change the hardness of this. Right now it's hardness 50. I'm going to change the brush to a hardness 100. There you go. And I'm going to increase the size. So how much will I increase? If I just drag over this, it's easier, but you don't know how much you're increasing. So to overcome that, there is a shortcut method. If you look into your keyboard, near the enter button or the return button next to P, you have two small buttons, the block bracket buttons, the left block bracket and the right block bracket. The left block bracket is used to decrease the brush size, and the right block bracket button is used to increase the size of the brush. So I'm gonna decrease it now. There you go, you can see it decreasing. When I increase it, you can see it increasing. So this is how I can change the size of the brush quickly. Next important thing you can do is move around this image. So if you have zoomed in a little more to work on those details. When you reach this border, it feels difficult for you to move around. So there is one easier method. You can just press on space. So press on space and move the mouse. So the canvas itself will move. Don't have to click on any mouse buttons. Just click on just press the space button on your keyboard and move your mouse. So it will drag the canvas around smoothly. So these are the two shortcuts I'll be using. So without further delay, I'm gonna erase out this redness from the caterpillar. So I'm gonna start from the other side, from this side. I'll zoom in a bit, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You can always change it later on, so just give an outline for now. Don't have to be perfect about this. As I said, you can change it later on, so just feel free to move your hands a bit faster. Okay, after I create the outline, I just remove whatever is inside this. I'm just doing this quickly to serve the demonstration. You can do it slowly, take your own time. Just doing it a bit quicker. Okay, that looks good. Now when you've done that, make sure you take a large brush. So I'm going to increase the brush size now to about the body of the caterpillar. That is too much. Okay, this looks good. And swipe across this caterpillar. So it just make sure there is no residue in the selection. So after I do that, now I'm going to work on the details. To work on the details, I'm going to use the brush tool. So I check the paintbrush tool, make sure the foreground color is set to black, zoom in a bit using control, scroll up, scroll down. So I'm gonna change the brush size, I'm gonna decrease it, click on this. Okay, so you have the first stroke, and as you can see, the black just removes away that selection. So I'm gonna start from the other end. I'm just gonna do it quickly. And if you do a mistake anywhere, so if I do like this, that's a mistake. So to correct that mistake, click on the X button. It will change the white to black and the black to white. So previously it was this. When I click on X, it becomes black and white. Black will become white and white will become black. The foreground colors are just switched. With that kept to white, just paint over it. That just corrects whatever mistake you did. So I'm gonna pause this video, and when I come back, I'll be done with exactly painting out this caterpillar. So I'm gonna pause this now. And by the way, I didn't finish it. I just had to come back to tell something. While removing out these portions, you can use a hard brush, but while working on the details, you can go select a smoother brush. So 75 or 50 will do. 50, it's a good brush, so that will do. So I'm gonna pause this video again, sorry for that. When I come back, I'll have a clean caterpillar selection. Welcome back, friends. There you go. I have carefully selected out the portions of caterpillar like so, and in the process, if you have to select between the caterpillar itself or the background, don't hesitate to go over the caterpillar, like these portions, these hair-like portions of the caterpillar. I just ran over them. So if you have to decide between, if such situations arise, don't hesitate to go over the caterpillar. So here is my selection. With that selection, I'm gonna confirm it. Okay, so I have selected out the caterpillar separately. Now I can go ahead and click on this button again. When you click on this button again, you can see marching ants around the caterpillar. So that is our selection. It may not look perfect. As I said earlier, there are bound to be some problems, but don't worry, this tutorial doesn't require you to be perfect. So with our selection, what we do is we'll create a separate layer out of the selection. To do that, right click on it, go to edit, copy, right click again, go to edit, paste. Now you have floating selection layer on top. All you need to do is click on this new layer button, and that floating selection layer will become a new layer like so. If I hide that, the bottom image, I get this. I have separated out the caterpillar. So after this, all I need to do is, you know it, make this desaturated. I'll do just that. So with the bottom layer selected, go to colors, desaturate, and I'll pick my favorite method, luminosity. Okay, that's it guys. Hope you like this tutorial, and you can do certain things with the top layer too. That is all left to you to decide. So until next time, bye bye.